This story was about Ryoma Takebayashi, an 11-year-old boy who lives in the forest with over 1,000 magical slime familiars. He finds Reinhard Jamil, a noble, and his soldiers in the forest and invites them to his home. Seeing that he obviously lives alone, they become suspicious. Ryoma claims he learned magic from his deceased grandparents. Camille, a mage, determines Ryoma has a high resistance to mental and physical pain. After they leave, Ryoma feels guilty about lying. In truth, 3 years prior, he was an unhappy Japanese salaryman who unexpectedly died in his sleep. In the afterlife, he met 3 gods, Gain, Lulutia, and Kufo, who explained their alternate Earth is running out of magic, and if they reincarnate him in their world, it will form a bridge to Ryoma's Earth, which has an abundance of magic. They give Ryoma magical abilities and allow him to keep his brute strength and resistance to mental and physical pain. Arriving in the alternate Earth as an 8-year-old boy, Ryoma met his first slime and spent 3 years learning about them until meeting Reinhard. 2 weeks later, Ryoma is surprised when Reinhard returns with even more people, including his daughter Ilaria. Reinhard introduces Ryoma to his father Reinbach, his wife Elise and daughter Eliarlia, who are amazed by his monster-taming abilities. After presenting Ryoma with a gold clock for previously helping him, Reinbach reveals the Jamil family have been tamers for generations and requests Ryoma help Eliarlia tame a slime as her very first familiar. After sharing some of his slime knowledge, Eliarlia decides to tame a cleaner slime that can cleanse away impurities, filth, and grime, even though it means using bath water tainted with her sweat as bait, the only definite way of attracting a cleaner slime. The Jamil family invite Ryoma to accompany them on their trip to another town, Gimel, and Ryoma accepts as he only knows the forest and is eager to explore his new world. Using item storage magic, Ryoma brings his extensive collection of possessions with him, including many valuable items he created experimenting with his slime's abilities, leading Reinbach to suspect Ryoma might have a bright future as a craftsman or even a merchant. On the journey, a rock slide blocks the path, but Ryoma solves the problem using several spells he created himself, impressing Reinhardt's mages before continuing on to Gimel. Ryoma is taken to Gimel's church to obtain his status board, which also functions as personal identification. Ryoma meets the 3 gods again. Gain, who created the slimes, congratulates Ryoma for creating the cleaner and scavenger slimes by unintentionally influencing their evolution. Lulutia reveals 2 Jamil ancestors were from Ryoma's Earth, an animal lover who created taming magic and a shy otaku who became a powerful warrior magician. They also inform Ryoma he has gained the attention of the gods of war and magic and that the god of artisans has given Ryoma his blessing. Returning to Gimel, Ryoma is advised to register at a guild so unscrupulous people are less likely to take advantage of him. Ilaria is amazed Ryoma can control his vast magic capacity so well, revealing she actually has more magic than him but with less control. At the Tamers Guild, Ryoma learns raising his rank will be difficult due to how unimpressive slimes are. Instead, he joins the Adventurers Guild where Guild Master Wergen accepts him immediately after witnessing Ryoma's warrior abilities. At the lowest rank of G, Ryoma takes his first G rank job to clean the home of Mia, a cat beastkin. With help from his slimes, Ryoma not only cleans Mia's house, but makes some repairs on it, much to her joy, and she increases his reward out of gratitude. In his next job, Ryoma is tasked to clean the communal toilets, amid suspicions that the toilets are not being properly maintained due to embezzlement perpetrated by the local authorities. While Reinhard investigates the matter, Ryoma discovers that the toilets are contaminated with miasma. Upon knowing of this, the Jamil family attempts to dissuade Ryoma from continuing the task, but he convinces them that he is the most suited for it. The guild then sends Mia along with some other adventurers to keep the population away from the toilets until Ryoma completes the cleaning. After the job is done, Ryoma reminisces about his mother, who used to stay awake to welcome him home after work until her death, and cries tears of joy when the Jamil family welcomes him home in a similar fashion. Following Ryoma's advice that playing with magic is a good way to learn, Ilaria asks him to teach her how to play. Ryoma also asks Camille to teach him attack magic. Sebesu, the Jamil's butler, also teaches Ryoma advanced teleportation and storage magic. The next day, the Jamil family and their soldiers visit a mine overrun by monsters so Illyria can learn. After encountering cave mantises, Illyria uses her magic to kill them, while Ryoma uses his new warrior skills. Illyria discovers and catches a rare metal slime and gives it to Ryoma as a gift. Ryoma realizes that the mine can be reopened by using magic to extract the tiny traces of iron left in the soil, delighting Duke Jamil. Reinbach introduces Ryoma to Serge Morgan, a trader, who is delighted to buy and sell Ryoma's creations, making Ryoma very wealthy, though Ryoma insists on remaining anonymous, fearing the attention he would receive if anyone nefarious discovered he can use real alchemy. Reinhardt finishes his investigation and has the embezzlers arrested. Having received a request from Duke Jamil, Reinhardt decides to send Ryoma and other adventurers to clear the monsters from the mines. The Adventurer Guild begins their operation to clear the monsters from the mines. The mission goes smoothly until they discover a large nest of goblins deep inside. The adventurers then launch a coordinated attack against the goblins, and despite the enemies being in a larger number than expected, they are defeated without casualties, with Ryoma and his slimes having an important role. Once he returns home, Ryoma decides that he can't indulge further on the Jamil family's hospitality and expresses his desire to live independently from them. Having predicted Ryoma's intention to follow his own path, Reinhardt and his family agree with his request, but make him promise to keep in touch and visit them regularly. The next day, Ryoma seeks advice and support from the Merchant Guild to help with his plans to start a laundry shop. After securing a plot of land, Ryoma spends the next day building the facility with help from his friends. After the main building is complete, Ryoma pays a visit to the church to meet the gods, but only Kufo is there to welcome him, while Lulutia and Gain are having some recreation on Earth. Kuro warns Ryoma that his mental/emotional maturity will regress back to a child's to synchronize with his new body, but his memory and beliefs will stay the same. The Merchant Guild sends siblings Callum and Carla Norad to work under Ryoma in his laundry shop. After giving them instructions on their new job, Ryoma has both help him with an opening party he gives to all his friends. The next day, Ryoma decides to do some work at the Adventurer Guild as he believes that few costumers will show up for the shop's opening. However, he is shocked when sees that the shop is crowded when he returns. At the end of day, Ryoma decides to hire more assistants and returns home satisfied after a successful day of work. Ryoma interviews some candidates to work on his shop, but all of them refuse to work under a child or deal with slimes, except for foreigners Faye and his daughter Li Ling. Ryoma notices that they are carrying concealed weapons, and both confirm that they are former assassins. Despite that, Ryoma decides to hire both not only to attend the costumers, but to also work as bodyguards. After another successful day of work, Ryoma uses the healing slimes to cure Faye's broken leg, much to his joy. With his business increasing success, Ryoma hires 4 other female workers, including a cook, and he hears suggestions to open other branches of the laundry shop. Watching how Ryoma is doing fine, the Jamil family rejoices, certain that he can fend for himself without their support. The Merchant Guild requests from Ryoma a large order of waterproof cloth for the seasonal quail frog hunt, and he decides to produce them inside the mines, and Illyria accompanies him to practice with her violin. One of his slimes evolve into an iron slime after eating some iron. Illyria later asks Ryoma makes a small statue of hers. Satisfied with the result, he ends making up statues of all members of the Jamil estate, and they decide to have her take them as a memento for when she leaves for studying, including one of Ryoma. Later at the shop, Ryoma learns that sales and profits keep increasing as Bamboo Forest's reputation grows, and he realizes that he forgot to give holiday breaks to his employees, who rejoice when he decides to do so. It's normally a rarity, but Ryoma doesn't wish to cause exploitation. Afterwards, he learns from the Adventurers Guild that a group of adventurers captured a new kind of slime. As such, he buys it from them. By apprising the slime, he learns that it is a bloody slime. Watching his progress, the 3 gods rejoice on their decision of picking Ryoma. Later at home, Ilaria invites Ryoma for a taming magic training session with her family. The Jamil family holds a training session with Ryoma and Ilaria, who learn new abilities from them. Afterwards, Ryoma completes the waterproof cloth order and joins Ilaria and the others to watch the lemur bird's annual migration. During the occasion, one tamer attempts to use his music to tame a lemur bird, but is attacked by them instead. Ryoma and the others attempt to rescue him when one of the birds attack everyone with some powerful magic. Ryoma drives the birds away thanks to his resistance to mental pain. Ilaria becomes a little disappointed that she did not manage to tame a lemur bird as she intended, but she and the others decide to return in the next day for another attempt. When the lemur birds return, both Ilaria and Ryoma use music to tame a few of them, with Ryoma also taming the nightmare lemur bird they previously encountered and Ilaria taming a phantom lemur bird. During dinner, the Jamil estate celebrate Ryoma and Ilaria's success as well as their last night together before they part ways. The next day, Ilaria and her family bid farewell to Ryoma, who promises to keep in touch with them and to visit Ilaria in 3 years during her break from her studies, and sets to the mines to build a new home. The gods, watching over Ryoma, renew their conviction that they made the right choice of reincarnating him in their world and look forward to his next adventures. And that's the story of Season 1 of By the Grace of the Gods, a salaryman who died from stress and reincarnated as a child to the magical world. Hey guys, if you like this video, please press that like button, and if you're not a subscriber, please consider to push that subscribe button for my channel. There are more good anime summaries coming just for you, so click that notification bell too. Thank you so much for being here. Till next time, see ya.